You don't like what I spit, then lick my nuts. Cuz walking around with a stick, so bitch it's up. I'm gonna make you leave, you keep asking to sip my cup. I don't want your weed if it ain't gonna be leaving me slump. I ain't never met a bitch that I can't hunt. I play heavy metal with the blick, watch out, lil' bruh. I be running numbers through the summer, it's out. What up, dog? Gorilla Gang? What it do, my baby? What's happening with y'all, man? You got CharlieGramz 99?
AB's 96, and what we got for him today?
Man, first off, I need y'all to hit them like and subscribe if you feeling the vibes, bro.
Okay.
And I need y'all to go check out that Gorilla Gang music, you know what I'm saying? And anything else on the page that you ain't checked out. Go check out this Gorilla Gang content, you know what I'm saying? Because we out here working, man. Today, right now, you tell them what we got.
We got the scary story of the zoo. LIL DURK'S most valuable assassin. That's what they telling us.
Do that supposed to be the scary story of the zoo?
Oh, I mean,
or THF zoo.
My bad. THF zoo.
LIL DURK'S most valuable assassin. I ain't never heard of Cub, but it might be something different. Let's see. And this is a trending plug video, man. So shout out to them. Let's get it. Hold up, truck.
Let's get it.
Today we finna be talking about the life of THF Zoo and how he became one of Chirac's most feared shooters. Before we start the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you would like to join this month's giveaway of one of these items on the screen, then all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and watch this video to the end to comment the hidden keyword. Good luck. Gonna be called lacking. His presence is known around the streets of Chicago, and anyone who could call him a knob has kept their head on a swivel. Some will say that it was his surroundings that thrust him into that lifestyle, but others will say you have to make the best out of what you're given. Zoo was born on September 26, 1991, and originally had lived in the Cabrini Green apartments for the first couple of years of his life.
Nigga, where Candyman lives?
Candyman, the Cabrini Green projects is legendary out there, bro. And that shit stretched. They went to a neighborhood and said, your neighborhood is scary enough to paint this scary ass picture in. You know what I'm saying? That's wild, fool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Cabrini was a housing complex that was set up by the Chicago Housing Authority sometime in the 1940s. It was originally intended to be a safe place for people in the working class to live, but ended up being the exact opposite. Some people even say that Cabrini was one of the more dangerous places to live in the city around the 90s when Zoo was there. In fact, it had so many people living there and it was so dangerous that the Shah didn't want anything to do with it, and hardly kept track of who was all staying there. THF Zoo wouldn't stay there for too long though, and at an early age he ended up moving to the area that he still claims. At around the age of 10, Zoo moved to the Woodland area of Chicago, which was home to the 46. Otherwise known as THF or THF 46. And it wasn't long before Zoo started hanging around with them and becoming an affiliate to THF. THF stands for Trigger Happy Family and is one of the many sets of black disciples throughout the city. Some say that he started running around the streets and getting caught up in that lifestyle all by the age of 12.
This nigga voice is something else.
Bro,
bro, we gonna continue on, but god damn.
Bro, I don't like it either.
I don't like when niggas narrate like that, bro. Like you read from a book, nigga.
Hey, it's devastating. This nigga sound like Magic Johnson. Shit is crazy.
Now becoming a THF member meant that he officially had rivals and people in the city who would be after him just because of the set he claimed. Practically anyone who had any issues with the BDs would have had an issue with THF. So Zoo had to learn how to move smart and play his part no matter what that meant. And in the end, would turn him into a name that a lot of people in the city fear to this day. Like most kids growing up in the gang world, Zoo started out allegedly robbing people. But as it goes, that stuff escalated. And eventually Zoo was a full I ain't never seen one. A full-on gunner, allegedly getting into shootouts with his ops and then moving his way up to supposedly catching some bodies. His first big case was when he hit the age of 18, and it was a serious one. Back in 2009, police named THF Zoo as the prime suspect in a murder.
Fresh out of high school, straight to the system. 18, boy.
Crazy.
Murder case. The original incident occurred on July 5th, 2009, at around 10:14 in the morning in the Bronzeville neighborhood of Chicago. Police arrived on the scene to find one man deceased after being shot multiple times. The man was identified as 21-year-old Dominic Barnes. Police were looking for multiple suspects, but at first could come up with nothing. The news and police spokesperson began reporting that apparently 2 men approached Barnes before one of them ended up firing shots that ultimately ended his life. However, there wasn't enough evidence to do anything about solving the case, at least not for a while. It looks like police eventually were able to put all of the pieces together, as well as gather a few witnesses, because on November 7, 2014, more than 5 years after the original shooting, police moved to arrest THF Zoo for his alleged involvement. They managed to track him.
Bro, this shit's so weird to me, cuz it's like, y'all niggas, this ain't even got nothing to do with Lil Durk for real. This ain't Lil Durk's most valuable assassin. I get he probably fuck with Durk, that's his people.
It must be the niggas that, like, he got gone or something like that. Or the niggas, like, you know what I'm saying?
He might have knocked out some real niggas.
Some niggas that Durk was beefing with. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It might not be no ties to actual Durk, but...
Ain't no telling. But the weird shit is, they just getting regular street niggas and getting their whole profile and putting it on the internet.
Yeah.
It's like, this shit is weird.
It definitely is.
It's weird. It's like, you know how many niggas from the city could have their own little YouTube documentary out here? It's like,
yeah,
that's wild, bro.
I'm down to the home of Lil Durk.
It's the fact that niggas be caring. A video like this will have like fucking 30K, 100K fucking views, bro.
The impact that Chicago
Niggas actually
had
give
on
a
like
fuck.
everything, you know what I'm saying? On drill, period. Just everybody is fascinated.
Infatuated with this shit.
And it's just regular street shit.
Regular
that
street
anyway.
shit, bro. This shit is crazy, bro.
Durk was also placed under arrest and charged with firearm violations after a search.
Lil Durk look older there than he do now. And this gotta be in like what, 2013?
Nigga, that was the stressing of being in that life, nigga. That
nigga was stressing off.
out.
Yeah.
All them niggas was stressing.
That
You gotta
nigga,
watch over your
that
shoulder
nigga got
every
that
5
bag
seconds.
now, so he out here looking
a little
young.
less stress.
Yeah.
Search of the residence revealed 2 firearms to
Durk look like he about 35 years old in this picture. 2 kids, a mortgage, all that shit.
Man.
police. While in custody, THF Zoo was informed that he was also being charged with the alleged slaying of Dominic Barnes. At his court hearing, prosecutors came forward with witness statements and painted a picture as to what might have happened that day. They claim on the day that Barnes was killed, Zoo allegedly walked up to him and began inquiring about his gang association. And it looks like Zoo didn't like his answer because according to witnesses, Zoo was the one who allegedly fired the fatal shot. After Barnes was shot, the 2 men began to search his pockets and took anything of value that they could and then left him for dead on the ground. THF Zoo ended up doing 4 years behind bars for his charges, but was eventually released in 2018 after appealing to the courts about a lack of evidence in the case. After being released, he would begin focusing on music more than the streets, though that didn't mean he'd stay out of them. Before getting out of lockup though, things seemed to get a little hairy for THF Zoo. You see, as we said before, being a part of THF and running the streets as heavy as he was, Zoo had gained a lot of enemies. One of which was a man that is best known as Mubu Crump. Crump was an op of Zoo's and member of a rival set known as King Louis' Mubu, which stands for Man Up, Band Up. Apparently, while Zoo was locked up, Crump ended up putting money on his head and had a couple of his boys who were locked up with Zoo jump him. As far as we can tell, the situation started one day while THF Zoo was brushing his teeth. Apparently, someone was able to sneak up behind him and get him with a few sucker punches. At this point, the whole pod was in fight mode, which is what tends to happen. Things escalate quickly in those situations. Where at one point during the fight, we're unsure whether it was when he was snuck upon or if it was during an actual fight, but Zoo ended up with a broken jaw. After being released, THF Zoo ended up hopping on Instagram Live, where he was talking to Mubu Crump about what happened. This was when Crump tried claiming that Zoo had to have his jaw wired shut, but Zoo claimed that never happened. He openly admitted to getting his jaw broken, but claims it was never wired. All Crump had to say was that it happened because apparently Zoo talks too much trash. Mubu Crump would learn that taunting THF Zoo and a bunch of OTF affiliates came with some dire consequences after he was shot and killed while attending a party. The shooting occurred on May 24, 2018. Mubu Crump and some
It's always a damn party, ain't it?
associates were attending a house party that was taking place around the 6800 block of South Morgan. And I'm sure everything was standard at first. People were probably having a good time. That was until it hit around 1 a.m. and the sound of gunfire would turn the scene into chaos. At the time, Crump was standing outside along with another well-known shooter, 051 Melly. The two were standing out front when all of a sudden a car pulled up. And as it drove by, a passenger from inside the vehicle began to open fire, hitting both Crump and Melly. Though 051 Melly managed to survive the shooting, the same thing couldn't be said for Crump. Police say that Crump was hit twice in the chest and twice in the arm. He was pronounced dead after being taken to the hospital. As of right now, no one's been charged with the shooting, but many people speculate it had to have been someone from either THF or OTF.
Well, let's just hope the police ain't on YouTube, right?
Considering all of the smack that Crump was.
So they're definitely on YouTube.
It's probably a cop fucking channel, nigga.
Man, you ain't lying. A police ass nigga put this together and narrated it. No, this don't sound like police narration.
It might be. Who knows?
Might be somebody drunk on.
Talking about both teams. Now back in 2018, after Crump was killed, there was a warrant out for THF Zoo for something that was unrelated to the shooting. After being arrested, Zoo once again found himself locked up. And this time he'd be spending around a month in Cook County Jail. This is allegedly where he clicked up with King Von, who was also spending some time there. And the two would essentially beat the same charges, but two totally different cases. In both of the cases, the charges ended up being dropped, but while being inside, it would seem like Zoo and Vaughn had gotten pretty tight. The two ended up working on music together. This was when THF Zoo began to take music even more seriously as a career. And the two ended up dropping the hit Beat That Body, which featured the two going back and forth after a couple of bars talking about beating their cases. The song was an instant hit with some of the slickest bars out of any of the tracks out at that time. Vaughn had people going crazy when he said, "Oh boy, what the fuck am I known for? Caught a body, beat that body, catch some more." It's a really simple bar, but it's a tough one with no doubt and speaks to how hard Vaughn really was. As of the time of making this video, the music video for Beat That Body has more than 7.7 million views on YouTube and is steadily rising. The track had people practically begging for more collaborations. Sadly, that would never happen, and due to the untimely death of King Von, likely would never be possible. THF Zoo wasn't done getting in trouble with the law just yet though. On April 5th, 2019, Zoo ended up being arrested on multiple charges of reckless conduct as well.
Is this clock?
Unfortunate.
As well as being caught with two firearms while being near a school or a park, according to the report. He was found to have a rifle and a shotgun on him when he was arrested. It wasn't long though before he was bailed out. However, he wasn't out for long before another warrant would go out against him, and within a month of his release, he was arrested again. On May 13, 2019, Zoo was arrested on charges that were stemming from the shooting of Dominic Barnes back in 2009. It's unclear what new evidence they had or why it happened, but he ended up spending a little bit over a year behind bars for the same crime he had been hit with before. After a little over a year passed, THF Zoo was released to the public on March 22nd of 2020, and as far as we can tell, he has managed to keep himself out of trouble. After his most recent stay in jail, THF Zoo has spent more time focusing on his music career, and almost seems like he's made it his full-time focus. He has since dropped multiple hits, each gaining tons of streams across various services. His top two tracks at the moment seem to be Chess, which is a track by Dottie Low that features Zoo. The other top song of his is No Plane, which also features Buka 600. Other than his music, he has most likely just been spending time with his 3 kids and doing what he can to keep things afloat as a man. Now, just because he's working on his music and doesn't seem to be running the way he used to, doesn't mean he's giving up on dissing on his ops. He is still known to hop onto his Instagram Live to talk about how he's feeling about his enemies or just stunt on anyone who tries to say he isn't street certified. THF Zoo is one of the OGs in Chicago right now, which is weird to think about considering he isn't that old. But in that life, to be around as long as he has, he's seen many people come and go, that's for sure. What you guys think though? Is Zoo finna stay out of trouble, or is it just a matter of time? Be sure to let us know.
I don't know.
They talk about a lot of bodies you beat for real.
Yeah, they talk about a whole lot of shit, but I don't know. Hopefully the niggas stay out of trouble, man. Shit too wild out here. Y'all know how niggas get down. Shout out to THF Zoo, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if y'all like that video, let us know y'all like that. If y'all didn't like it, oh well, you know what I'm saying?
Because it's out now.
Yeah, right. Let us know what we need to react to next. Till the next time, bro. Been
We
Charlie
out.
Red 989.
AB's 96.
This nigga gonna say we out.
We out. We out.
We out.
Nigga.
We out.
Fuck, nigga.
Bro, we out.
Nah, we in, nigga.
Bro.
We all in. Lock in.
Bro, we out.
Lock in.
We
nigga.
out, bro.